physics teacher. So in our last class we have completed up to our activity number 5. So let me remind you what is activity number 5 once. Activity number 5 gave us an idea about uniform circular motion as well as non-uniform circular motion. Just remind, we have made two graphs. Okay, two graphs we have made and we have completed this particular chapter. Concept, sorry. Now I will show you activity number 6. The aim of the experiment is to observing the motion of a ball on an inclined plane. Observing motion of the ball on an inclined plane. We will observe how the ball moves on an inclined plane. So it's very easy. Let me draw one simple diagram for you. As you can see, let us assume this is as a table, okay, and we have placed an inclined platform over here. Incline means one side is upward, other one will create the slope, okay. Now what we will do, we will place one ball over here. This is our starting point. Here we will place one ball. Look at your time, watch, okay. Now we will leave the ball. Suppose on the first second it is here only. 0, time is 0 here. Suppose t is equal to 0. If t is equal to 0, the ball will be there on the same place. Now t is equal to 1, the ball is here. As you all can see, on the first second the ball reached, like, passed, or it went some distance, it covered some distance. And at time 2, in the second second, suppose it is there. Fairly the distance is equal. Here we are talking about observing the ball on the inclined plane. As you can see, the velocity changes. First it was nothing, it was stable. Then it went up to, it covered this much distance. But on the next day it covered a lot of distance. Right? So here what happened? Velocity changed, but the direction was similar. You have pushed the ball in this particular direction, so it is going on the same direction. Although velocity is changing, direction is not changing. What is changing? Velocity is changing. Right? But what about direction? Direction doesn't. Direction doesn't change. Velocity changed, but direction didn't change. Okay? Next, we will follow the same process. Now what we will do? We will do the same process but in inverse method. What is inverse method? Now we will place the ball over here. We will try to push it in upward direction. Okay, first what we have done? We have placed on the inclined plane and we left it so that it can move towards the downward plane. Now we will keep the ball in the what? Downward plane, and we will try to push it upward. So what will happen? It will try to move upward. Okay. At first here t is equal to 0. Suppose. Reverse method now we are doing. Just suppose t is equal to 0. Sorry. When t is equal to 0, distance is equal to 0. Then t is equal to 1. You can see. When t is equal to 2, you can see. Students, here you just assume there on the first second slot, it covered a lot of distance, but here it covered on first and second slot it covered a least distance. Why? Because the plane is inclined. If a plane is inclined, the velocity will decrease as usual. Right? It is general truth. So here we came to understand that no matter what is the case in an inclined plane, the velocity of the ball will change, but the direction will remain the same. Here also the velocity changes, right? But the direction doesn't. It remains the same. That's what your observation states. What is the path of the ball? Same path from inclined to downward. If you are pushing, it will go from downward to upward. The way you are giving force, on the same way the ball is moving. Suppose you are giving force in this direction, the ball will move in that direction. If you are giving force on that direction, the ball will come on this direction. The same thing. But velocity may change. Velocity, how it can change? It is simple. The place is inclined. If it is inclined, obviously due to gravity, the ball will what? Lose its speed. Are you all clear? When I talk about velocity, you don't have to get tensed. Velocity is nothing but speed in a particular direction. If you are talking about speed in a same in a particular direction, speed in east, speed in west, or speed in north, these kind of things will be called as velocity. Generally, speed will be called as speed, but if it is connected with a particular direction, then you will state it as velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity, speed is a scalar quantity. Okay? Next, activity number 7. I hope you all are clear from this particular experiment. Activity number observing uniform circular motion. So now we will observe what will happen on a uniform circular motion. So let me draw one circle. Use one apparatus. As you can see, students, this is our circle. Okay, suppose this is our center point. So what we are doing, we are observing uniform circular motion. So what we have to do, we will take a rock. We will take a piece of rock. We will suppose we will tie it with a rope. Okay, we will take a rock piece of pebble and we'll tie it nicely with a thread. Okay, now we have this kind of thing, a rock hanging with pebble. Now what we'll do, we will give it a rolling motion. We will give it a rolling motion. What you can see, the rock is moving continuously in a circular motion. Now try to leave it. What you will see, will it go circular? It will go straight, right? In a direction where we have left, on the same direction it will go straight. So here what you can see is speed is constant, right? Here you are the one who is rotating it, right? So here speed of the particular pebble is constant, but direction is changing or not. At first point it was there, then here it is, here it is. So at each and every point the velocity changes. Yes or no, students? You need to remember a circle. A circle is a polygon. A circle is a polygon. How? See. You are saying it as quadrilateral, right? You will say it as a pentagon or hexagon. You will say it as a hexagon. Can you draw an octagon? Yes, you can draw an octagon. See, as more like vertices you are keeping, it is nearly going to make a circle, right? So a circle comprises of number of, like unlimited number of vertices. That means here on a quadrilateral you can change your direction 4 times. From here I go, here I will change my direction, again here I will change my direction, again here I will change my direction, now again. So I will change only 4 times. Here I will change my direction only 6 times. But in a circle, at each and every point I am changing my direction. You need to remember that. This is our general argument. What about mathematically? Mathematically, at a circle, at each and every point you can draw one tangent. At each and every point you can draw one particular tangent. At every point you can draw one tangent, students. And why tangent is there? Tangent gives us the direction of a point kept on a circular body. So a circle is comprising of number of directions, like unlimited direction you can take up. But what happens in a place of quadrilateral? Here only you can draw only one tangent which shows this direction. Here again one. Here also this or this. It depends upon you. But here at each and every point you can draw tangents, right? So wherever, suppose you have left the ball at this point, while turning you have left here, it will go up, right? Suppose you will try to throw it in that direction, you will do like that. So suppose it will come like that and you left the pebble, it will go on a straight line, right? So that's what happens, students. So what exactly is giving, what is the path of the stone? It is clear the path is circle. The path of the stone is circle, right? It is moving in a circle. Until and unless you left the pebble, it will go in circular motion only. And what about its speed? Speed is constant, but velocity is changing. Why velocity is changing? Students, velocity is changed because at each and every point direction changed. Velocity is comprising of displacement. Displacement means shortest possible path between 2 points. Shortest possible path between 2 points will be called as displacement. But here what happened? Here at each and every point direction changes. If direction changes, that won't be called as displacement. That will be called as your distance. And distance comprises with speed, whereas displacement comprises with velocity. Here displacement is changing at each and every point, so velocity changes, whereas speed is similar. So here we can conclude that hence in this activity we observe that though speed remains constant, its velocity changes. Here speed is constant. As you can see, the speed is constant because you are the one who are moving it. But according to our physics, its direction is changing, so velocity is changing. So you will call it what we have seen, what we have observed. Speed is constant changes due to direction. And students, you need to remember we are observing uniform circular motion. Uniform means speed is same. Okay. Your uniform is what? Equal distance covered in equal time interval. That's what uniform. But in circle, you should always remember a body moving in a uniform circular motion is said to be accelerated. So what is this acceleration? What kind of thing you have said, right? What is the word says acceleration? We will read in our next period. Our upcoming class, we will read about the term called acceleration. So I hope up to activity number 7, you people are clear, you people can see. So I would request you to do activity number 6 and 7. Okay? Write it down in a notebook. That is your homework. Thank you students. We will meet on the next class.